Okay, so the key thing with this kind of equation is obviously we know it's going to be smiling as we said already. Now, you may be wondering what this is trying to tell you. Remember, this is saying if you throw in a specific value, you're going to get a y value as an outcome. And if you throw another x value, you're going to get the same y value as an outcome. So this is trying to give us an idea of 2 points on our graph, right? So already our rough sketch, right? Let's just extend this. Our rough sketch, they said here, what we need to know is our rough sketch. You either need to think yourself, is it going to be smiling like this, where the x-intercept is there, and the other value is like the graph is more towards the right, or is your graph going to be more like this, where your graph is more to the left? So to do that, you can just try and make use of your turning point. So your turning point, what you need to keep in mind is if this number is coming out as a positive 2, you have to remember that we don't know what b is. B can be a plus or a minus. We don't know what a is. A can be a plus or a minus. So if our graph has no real roots, let's see here, a value of b is smaller than 4a. See, yo. It looks like this is the only thing that we can try and use to help us, you know. So us using that, we just have to be a bit careful because, I mean, you may be thinking how we're going to get that information because it's like, yeah, it doesn't seem like it's coming cheap. It is a formal question though, so we don't want to overthink it for any reason. We don't overthink it. But hey, this is good to this for all real values of p. Yeah, this statement, there's definitely something here. I just cannot put my finger on it, but let's just try and see what we can do with it. Okay, so it basically means, oh yeah. If this is a specific x value, right? And this is a specific x value, it just means that this is an x value somewhere on the graph, and this is an x value somewhere on the graph also. They have the same y value, you see. So if that's the case, you have to remember your turning point is always in the middle of two values on your parabola. Your x value of your turning point is always in the middle of two values in your parabola. So what you already know about your parabola is that the value where the x value is 6 minus p, it's going to be like on the left here. The 6 plus p is going to be on the right here, potentially, or vice versa. It doesn't matter. All we know is the middle of those 2 points is the x value of the turning point. So let's see here. 6 minus this, right? If you add 6 plus p and you divide by 2, that's going to be the x value of the turning point. 6 plus 6 is a 12 minus p plus that goes away. So you have over 2, then this is like 6. So what you know is the turning point is somewhere at 6. So somewhere at 6 here, you can have a turning point. And we have the y value of the turning point also. So the turning point is like somewhere here. And we said our graph is smiling. So it's going to be smiling like that and like that. So this point, we have x value 6, y value at 2. So from 6 going to the left here, well, whichever way, what we need is a y-intercept now. So for us to get a y-intercept, we obviously need to be a bit careful. So as being careful, I mean, whichever way, right? What can we now do? It says here, sketch the graph, labeling the turning point clearly. So all we have to do is to label the turning point. I'm like, they didn't say anything about labeling anything else. So we might as well just label the turning point because that's the only thing that they want us to label really. But then, since we have the actual value of the turning point, the x value is a 6 here, the y value is a 2. What can that help us with? This should be enough. I really don't think we need any other piece of information for this equation. You see, we really don't necessarily need it. Yeah, we really don't. But if we had if we had to, let's say, get the x-intercept also, I mean the y-intercept rather, you'd be thinking to yourself, okay, fine. What you know is this point and this point, the y value is the same. So I mean, like, if this is a positive number here, right? P, this and this. If P is a positive, I mean, judging from the question, they only ask for the labeling of the turning point and our shape. So we have our shape labeled the turning point. This should be good enough. This really should be good enough because you only need the y value of the turning point, the x value of the turning point, the shape, and your y-intercept needs to be above the turning point. So those are where you're going to get your marks. If you do find a value for this, I guess that's just a bonus, but for now, it's really not necessary. So let's move on.